Good morning and welcome to the Community Partner Spotlight. Today we have Miss Janetta with us. She works out at Board and Belt AIDS Resources Team, BART. It's a community-based organization out in the Lumberton area. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about BART, wonderful things to say about Miss Brenda, the director there, and Miss Janetta. As we've been in close contact and just kind of maintaining communication just throughout this entire semester. So thank you, Miss Janetta, just for hopping on here with me today and just sharing a little bit more about what you all do at BART.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me, Miss Natural. So it's a great opportunity to spread the word because it definitely needs to be spreaded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. Well, I realized too, I didn't introduce myself. So my name is Natural Love, and I'm the Assistant Director for Community Engagement with the Office for Community and Civic Engagement at UNCP. And Ms. Janetta, feel free, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what do you do at BART, and maybe just something interesting about yourself.
Um, as you said, my name's Jenna Monty. I've been at BART for about 2 years now. Absolutely love it. Love them. Love Miss Brenda, of course. I love working with others. Meeting new people. Helping people that's going through some hard. You know, empathy. Just working with other people that I put myself in their shoes, being able to give back to the community and everything like that. I I started in the food bank when I first started here. I worked 3 days in the food bank itself, so I know how it runs, how it operates. Then I moved into the office, so I'm doing more work, working more because even though we're a nonprofit organization with the food bank, we also have HIV program. So clients, and that's kind of how it started. Miss Brenda was an advocate for the HIV clients, and then she seen the need for a nonprofit food bank because everybody was struggling. It was hard back then, and so that's how she opened it. And she was actually the one to actually open the ones that are around
Oh,
because
wow.
when she started there was only two. It was her and one in Maxton. I don't think they have that one anymore in Maxton. So she's actually the one that really started the food bank because our community does need it. You never know how much you need it until you're working and seeing you never think people go through the struggle that they do until you work at a place like this. So I'm very appreciative that I've had this opportunity to work here, meet people, help people. It's a blessing. It really is. Um, Miss Brenda, she's the director, the best person, little crazy, little crazy, but she's all about helping people. Absolutely amazing. Um, I still get to work out in the food bank a lot, which I'd rather work in the food bank than doing paperwork. But yes, ma'am. It's awesome.
Yeah, sounds like you've had a wonderful experience there so far, Miss Janetta. I know definitely BART was one of my first internships, if I'm not mistaken, when we had the state employees credit union internships going on. I was fortunate enough to partner and work with BART, work alongside Miss Brenda. So I really gained an appreciation, I'd say definitely for my community, coming from Robinson County, growing up in the area. And then, like you said, Miss Janetta, just realizing that there is a true need and people do have their own struggles, but just knowing how impactful, you can be while working within that organization. Nothing but great things to say about the work that you all do. So I know you already kind of dove in, Miss Janetta, but share with, whoever might be listening or watching just a little bit more about BART. I know for some, they might not be familiar with you all's organization.
Okay. BART stands for Border Belts AIDS Resource Team. Sorry. Like I said, our main thing is case management for HIV/AIDS clients. But on the side, we do have a food bank. We open the food bank every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9 to 11:30. It's for everybody. Well, keep it in Robinson County because other counties have food banks as well, but we never turn anybody down. We don't can't I don't like to walk away with nothing. It's just not one of my things. Um, we usually get our food from like Walmart or Food Lines. We get food once a month. We get a big old thing of food, like maybe 20,000 pounds every second Thursday of the month. You think it lasts long, but it might last a week, 2 weeks if we're. But there's just so many people, you just never know, and people you see a lot of people that you wouldn't think was in the situation, but you can't be ashamed of it. Everybody goes through something. Listen, if you need food, we're so non-judgmental. Come on, get you some food. We're gonna treat you like family when you come here. Get you what you need. Um, it's a good place. It's a good, especially the people that work here, just so ready to help somebody. It's not that, oh, you shouldn't be here. It's no, you need it. We're here for you. We're gonna provide for you if we got it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Absolutely.
yes, it's a great place. It's a great work, great place to come. Even helping out the staff. It's awesome. Yeah, but anybody can come. Matter. Whatever you're going through, whatever. And it's just food. It's food, but food helps a lot. Like I was telling my coworker, like it might just be food, but food is a necessity. Like
Yeah,
it's sad to think. I mean, it's not to be ashamed of because everybody goes through something. What I'm saying? Financially, mentally, something, but not to be able to get food and have a place like this to come. It's just so awesome. It's amazing to have. Even though you can't go to the grocery, but like, come on, Bart. We got you. Yes,
and it
ma'am.
sounds like you all do a lot with the food pantry, right, Miss Janetta? What other services do you all provide? I know you talked a little bit about just working with individuals who may have HIV or AIDS.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the case management part, we usually, okay, like our clients is usually what we do, like helping with rent and stuff. Yeah, we do donations and we do referrals. Such as we partner up with the Christian Care. So when we have people that come here that doesn't have a place to stay for a few nights, we'll send a referral to Christian Care. You'll have a place to stay, or we'll partner up with DSS. Making sure we're like, hey, you can get food stamps. We'll help you get food stamps and that. But mostly when we do like rent stuff like that, it's for our clients. But we always partner up with places around like Christian Care. You can go stay, soup kitchens, church community. They got baby stuff, clothes, anything like that. We did have a clothing closet,
Mhm,
but when the storm came, it messed it up. So we don't really do. But if we have a lot of people here looking for baby clothes.
mhm,
We always try to, people that we know, hey, can you bring in some baby clothes? We have somebody that always get your name and number. We have somebody that's looking for baby clothes. Can you donate some baby clothes? Donate some money to get some baby clothes, diapers, and even adult diapers. We do a lot of adult diapers as well. Um, but we always like I said, we partner up with a bunch of people, so there's always resources. We have a resource manual as well
oh,
for.
nice.
Yes, ma'am. As like, if you need help paying rent, your light bill, anything somebody's struggling with, we always got somewhere to go, or call someone to help you out, or whatever we can do, or get one of our partner organizations to help. We always do. So at least as much as we can.
Absolutely. You all offer a lot of services, is what it sounds like, and a lot of resources. So that's awesome.
Ma'am.
Now, tell us a little bit about you, Miss Janetta. I know you said you've been working at BART for about 2 years now. When did you decide that nonprofit work was something that you wanted to do?
Um, I've always done volunteering, such as other food banks, but like Christmas, the Christmas, how's it, toys for kids for Christmas. but I've never like truly worked at an organization, so I never really thought about it because I really didn't have no information as I did when I started working here. I actually couldn't just I didn't know what BART was
Mm-hmm.
started. Um, so I would thought I was just coming here, to give out food, but it's just so much more. I've been here 2 years now, and like I said, I started in the food bank. I just love helping people. I love, you do have them people that are like, you owe this to me, you know what I'm saying? But then you have these people that are just so sweet, so thankful for whatever you give them. I mean, sometimes we just don't have a lot to give, and that just makes people's day, even though you're just giving a little bit, and I'm just so glad I'm working here. I'm so glad I've got the opportunity to work here, to bless people, to work with less fortunate people. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Um, I'm hoping to go back to school. I am going back to school to I got my I went to RCC for 2 years.
Yes.
Starting UNCP soon to be a social worker.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to work over here at DSS, or just helping out. I always want to be tied to BART, or even if I'm when I'm gone. It's an amazing place. I always come back. It's like home. It's
Yeah.
like truly at home, and it's just once you're here so long, you just know the people, having conversations, helping them. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, and you're like, "Hey, Monty, what's going on?" And I really enjoy this job. I recommend this to anybody. When like internships, I
Mm-hmm.
try internships fall in love because they always come back, and I fall. I'm like, I'm glad y'all's here. Like, and then people just don't believe how hard it is. It's not. It's not an easy thing. It's not easy to be a nonprofit because it's just a lot of different things like money wise. Even though it's nonprofit, you still have to have money to run it. Definitely volunteer.
Right.
Volunteer always need more helpers, but I've got about 4 right now.
Hmm.
We do it. We do it.
Yeah.
But always welcome on volunteers. We love and appreciate everybody. But yeah, I plan on being here for. Yeah, Miss Brenda's encouraged me to go back to school, so she told me she'd help me get through school. So I'm gonna get through school and you know do what she does. Hopefully, do what she does. One day. She's amazing. Like I could never do this by myself, and she started it on her own. I'm like, yes, you're amazing, Miss Brenda.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and she's taught me so much. I learned so much. Just dealing, not even like being with people. You just get that with when you're living your own life. When you come here somewhere like this, it's like a whole new perspective on things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of puts you in another somebody else's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like too, Miss Janetta, you've hinted at it when you mentioned sometimes it's just people really just needing someone to talk to. And just sometimes, just somebody needing just a hand, like just somebody to kind of help them. So, just kind of talking about those qualities, what would you say are qualities that are important, like when doing this type of work? I know you mentioned like listening and just kind of like you said, just kind of putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. But what else would you share, or could you share just, qualities that are important when you do this type of work? Because it's not easy.
it's not. Yes, you know, friendly.
Yeah.
You have to be friendly. You can't be biased. So you gotta be biased, even though you're gonna meet all kinds of different people. You're gonna feel. I feel like sometimes you meet how would you say it? Kind of mean people. But I think that's kind of like a defense mechanism. But some once you see them for a while, they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm just going through some things, stuff like that. I think be sympathetic, be able to talk to them, and kind of not kind of like I don't kind of like you gotta be able to know what they're feeling
Yeah.
or feel what they're feeling and let them know that you understand like what they're going through. Never judgmental. You gotta be so non-judgmental here. You can't be like, well, no, you gotta be like, I know where you're coming from. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk to you. I'm not here to judge you in any type of way. Um, Communication. You gotta be able to communicate with people. Definitely. Um, can't be, like I said, judgmental. Can't have the attitude where, why are you here? You can't do that because you never know in any situation.
Right.
I come here because I know some people. Sometimes I don't know if I can say this, but sometimes you have people come here and they're like driving these nice cars, and you're like, why are you here? But like you never know somebody's situation. And you can't be like that. I'm like, even though you come up here in this Mercedes, I'm like, I got you. You for a reason. You know what I'm saying? We got you. We're not here to judge. Um, Definitely. I'm so sorry. Definitely not non-judgmental. That's one of the biggest things. And friendly and compassionate. You gotta be passionate about this job, like this brand. You have to have the will to do it. Something you have to love to do. And I think once you work here for a while, you do actually fall in love with the job and the career. Miss Brenda says this is gonna become my career one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yes, ma'am. Just be a good person. Person to work here and be good to the people. Be good to whoever you meet, come in contact with. Um. See them as a friend. Even though like you can talk to me because I have a lot of people come. Houses burnt down. I just had a guy come here, his house burnt down, and his wife died. And yes, and less than I think he said 8 months. And I just like you just gotta treat them like ask them if they need anything, if I can help you with anything. I went out and looked for him a shelter because he had nowhere to stay. So I went out and helped him find places to stay for a couple nights because it's super cold outside.
Mhm.
Make sure he had a place to go. I make sure he had food, even though he didn't have nowhere to really take. I make sure he had like canned foods he can open up. I gave him some bowls and stuff like that so he can take it on the go back, like one of the big old bags, so he could carry it with him. Just stuff like that. I'm just trying to make sure everybody has what they need, cause you never know when it's you one day. And you're gonna need help.
Mhm.
Appreciate these people and don't judge them. Just love them, and help them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think all of those are really important, Miss Jeanette. And I can say just having the chance to talk with you more, especially this semester, it's one of those things too where it may seem so small, but you're just so relatable. Like for anyone who may come through, it's not where, you immediately, when you might walk into certain spaces or go into certain spaces, you often feel like, okay, gosh, like I'm going to be judged for this or for that. But, just having contact with you and talking more and even now, just learning more about you, just kind of having that, like you have that personality where you're very relatable. And I think that's something so essential, like in the area, because oftentimes perception is reality. And I think it's so easy to go into organizations like BART and people just often assume, but you truly have that personality that very friendly, of course, but also where you're able to relate to just anyone, but seeing them truly as like a person first, not seeing them first in their situation. So, what would you say, Miss Janetta, is something that you just wish people knew about BART? I know you've been talking a lot about just all the wonderful things that you all do, but um, what is something that you would say if there's just one thing or maybe a couple of things just about the issues that you are trying to solve, like just the issues that you all are trying to solve at BART? What would be something that you would share?
Um, I would love for people to know how hard it is. Such as when we get that big amount of food, it's really hard to do it with 3 people. Like I said, 4 people. We would love to spread the word to have volunteers because we do get a lot of UNCP and we appreciate that so much. But and financial wise, it's not we we don't get no money for the food bank, but it actually takes a lot of our funds as well. So I love people to know that it's not just giving out food. It's more having provide for the food bank, such as getting trucks to get the food. Sometimes we even have to buy food to be able to give out that day. Sometimes we don't even have food to give out, but um, gotta pay workers, even volunteers. We try to always do something for our volunteers when they come. Um, yes, ma'am. Volunteers and financial needs is one of our biggest problems we're trying to do right now. But we're always asking for donations. Which we have a lot of awesome people that do donate, and then we actually have a lot of good volunteers. So whenever we need them, we call them and they're here. That's one of our two big problems right now. Um, Especially around Christmas coming, we try to do a little something for everybody. We try to get them like turkeys or little something to give out. Um, or little candy bags on Christmas or near Christmas. Just let them know we're thinking about them and stuff. Um, but yes, man, that's the two biggest problems we're having right now. But it's gonna be all right. We always got we're gonna make it. So we would like to have more volunteers, especially on hard days, because they do come volunteer. On the days where because the way we do our food is we pick it up from Fayetteville, which is the food bank, Second Harvest Food Bank. And then we take it here and we have to unload the whole thing, and then we have to throw it away. That's like 3 or 4 times at one time. And then you have the next day, which the next day is way harder. And that's when we usually need volunteers and we usually can't get them, which I understand the school because, they're going to school and, people's always doing, especially during the day.
Mhm.
Um, so that's when we have our most trouble is, we're having to box food up, bring it out, put it in, a lot of people can't put it in their own cars, because elderly people, people with disabilities. We have no problem with that too. We'll can. But it's just hard when you only have two or three people trying to do it, and you got 100 people in line. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of our biggest things right now. We would love to have more volunteers, especially on our USDA days.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am, and be able like storage. We're trying to afford storage right now. Trying to get money donated for storage, and where our building's built, we have a little step. We're trying to get concrete pours for the elderly people so they won't keep stepping on it. And, sometimes it's kind of hard for them to walk up and down it. So that's one of our biggest things we're working on right now. But we should be we're sending out letters right now for donations for Christmas and stuff like that. But that's two of our biggest things we're worried about right now.
absolutely. Um, can you share a little bit more about you mentioned USDA, Miss Janetta?
Yes, ma'am. USDA, we get it on the second Thursday of every month, usually. Sometimes the third, the calendar's off. We get about usually between 15 to 20,000 pounds of food. It's all kind of different foods. It's canned foods, corn, all kind of vegetables. We got a bunch of corn. I got a bunch of peanut butters and all kind of different walnuts and stuff like that. And we get a bunch of meat. We get like maybe 3 freezer fulls of meat, and it usually lasts us about I think about 2 or 3 days if when you're breaking it up like that. So we do it that Thursday. We get it that Wednesday. We do it every Thursday, but we get it on that Wednesday. So we give it out from 9. But sometimes we start at 8:30 because it's natural. That line was all the way out to DSS.
Oh my goodness.
So it was raining. It was cold. um Yes, and we're trying to do that with just me, Anthony, Miss Sally, and we just got a new coworker, Randy. So we've been trying to do that by ourselves, and that's when we need volunteers. Was it's during the day, people working, going to school, and everything. Um, and we'll do it again Monday, Tuesday, and try to make it last. Um, we ran out early this time because we had so many people come on them 2 days, so we're really struggling right now. Even like we ain't got no meat right now. So that's why we're trying to go out and get meat stuff like that. But it's one of our best days. We feed a lot of people. I think in that time frame of one day from 9 to 11:30, I think we fed 200 and something, 230 people the first day. And then the second one, it was 175. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. And we used to have about, I say no less than 60 people every day.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. With those numbers, you can hear and see like that need.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And I know you talked a lot about just volunteers, Ms. Shanetta. You mentioned like that would be the greatest support that someone truly could offer there at your organization. So, for anyone who might be interested in just being involved with BART, or for anyone who, I don't know, may just want to partner with you all on different resources, um, how do they get in contact with you all? What would be their first step?
So, it's hard. We got cards and everything. Or you, I, our number is 910-739-6167. You can just give us a call, your name, your number. We might not get it, we might not be here, but leave us a message. We always call back. If you want to come by, you can always pop up. We don't turn nobody down. So we're like, come on, Miss Brenda put somebody to work. So you can always come by. We're located at 415 Country Club Drive, Wilmington, North Carolina 28359. So if anybody stop by, check out. We're always welcome people. Um, yes, definitely give us a call. If you can't make it, definitely give us a call. Um,
You're a busy woman, nonprofit world.
can't get a break it, but yes, we volunteers are very appreciated. Like I said, if you don't want to stop in, just give us a call.
Yeah.
If you want to stop in, meet Miss Brenda. She's great. Good people. I'm in love with her. Once you get used to her, you're like, Miss Brenda's the best.
Yeah,
So, yes, ma'am.
absolutely. So give you all a call or a stop by. That's what it sounds like. Okay. All right. And I have just about two more questions for you, Miss Janetta. I know you mentioned, I think, kind of going back to the numbers that you shared about just how many people that you all served. And my goodness, I know we're all facing this pandemic. So has that affected like the way BAR operates, or um,
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, we run off of Walmart and Food
yeah,
Line stuff like that. So when the pandemic come, trucks stopped coming, food stopped coming in. Especially people was like, stacking up on food, making sure they had enough. So that kept us from being able to get the food that we had coming in. So it has been scarce. If it weren't, we try now. We have been going through this pandemic. We try to space out the USDA food as much as we can. But after 300 people, it's gonna get low. So we try to little by little. Even though it's not going to be a whole lot, somebody's going to have something.
absolutely.
So it has been an effect on us, especially food wise. People out of job, at work, more and more coming, especially kids. Kids are out of school, so you see a lot of more kids coming. Especially people that have lost their jobs, and plus having the kids at home as well. It has been a you see, I since the pandemic, you see a lot more different people that you weren't used to seeing. And you always hear their stories. You're okay, because you can always see somebody going through something. And you're like, okay, and they'll be like, yeah, I lost my job. I got 3 kids at home. I have nowhere to take them. School was feeding them. School was a big help. I know it was. And now they're sitting at home all day eating. And
Mhm.
so yes, it has been a big effect on us, and especially us not getting a lot of food. So then you're having to turn a lot of people down, and I hate that. But we're trying our best to make sure we always got some food on hand or something to give, especially with the kids. We always try to give extra with the kids. It's probably super hard at home for the kids, and then DSS we try.
There we go.
Any kind of help we can. Yes, ma'am. But Yeah, we haven't been getting in like we usually do before the pandemic. So we've just been trying to do what we can. When sometimes going out, but like I said, we do partner up with other organizations such
So
as We Care for You. They do a little free pantry. Uh, home health over there on 211. Sometimes when we don't have it and they have it, they'll donate some to us, for us to give out. And the same thing with us when we have a lot, we help them as well.
a busy woman, again, I say.
It's the case, man.
No worries.
Yes, yeah, but yes. And we've been trying to take precautions, like, doing our daily cleaning. Well, actually, we do it like 2 or 3 times a day, wiping down stuff. We do our 6 feet social distancing, especially with the clients outside. Masks are required. We wear gloves. We wipe off the pins. Just doing protocol because we do have a new protocol, especially keeping sanitary.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want nobody to get sick or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, we ain't none of us got sick. Being precautious, especially for others around us and people that come here. So yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Shanetta, I'd say just kind of to wrap things up here because you definitely just shared so much insight about what you do and what BART does. Um, if someone who might be listening to this or watching this, if they were interested in doing nonprofit work, or if they were just interested, I don't know, in just being encouraged, just to do a similar path as to what you've done, what would you say?
I would say it's amazing job. It's amazing thing to do. It's absolutely appreciated. I'm telling you, community. What I would do, I probably could talk to Miss Brandon, especially for Miss Brandon, because she knows exactly how it's run. Thing is, you'd have to have location. Make sure you have location. Make sure you have supporters. Make sure you team up with other organizations because you always need help. Um, it's something amazing to do, and I would help. Make sure you have like volunteers because you have to have volunteers around for it. You can't do it by yourself. Um, Make sure you got a passion for something you want to do. Because you don't want to do something that you're going to be unhappy with, especially when you have a passion to help people. That's one of the biggest things. Um, like I said, location. Make sure you got partners. Other like church community and stuff like that. You have freezers and shelves and a place to store food and temperature. You got I forgot how they said it. It was temperature control. Make sure you have a temperature control place, and especially you can look it up on Feeding America.
Okay.
Um, look up on their side, and it'll tell you exactly what you need on their side and different things, keys and steps you could take and stuff like that. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Miss Shanetta. Are there just any lasting words that you have that you might want to share with viewers?
No, thank y'all for giving me this opportunity. I love to talk about BART, especially the things we do here. I love to spread the word because some people just don't know about us.
Yeah.
And I get the opportunity to let me do that. We appreciate all the UNCP help because we do have a lot of volunteers from UNCP and interns, and they're always amazing. Like yes, um. But no, ma'am. That is it. That's it. Do you need any more information?
No, ma'am. You amazing, Miss Janetta. Just the information that you provided, just getting to know more about you, sharing more about how you got started, which I think is more than appreciated because it sounds like you started off as a volunteer. So encouraging others to also start off as a volunteer and keep going consistently and it could turn into a job, same
Yeah.
path that you've kind of traveled on. So I just thank you, Miss Janetta, just for your time and talking with me today about what you all do. And I definitely look forward to continued partnership with you, Miss Brenda, and everyone there at BART. And Miss Janetta, she's left the call to action for anyone who's interested in volunteering. please definitely contact her, contact BART, reach out to them, and find your path to get involved with this awesome organization. So, again, Ms. Janetta, I thank you so much for your time today and all the information. And I look forward to talking with you again very soon.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Natural.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.